Okay, hello everyone, welcome to another video on the Corsair. So today I'll just be running through Commercy because I'm just trying to get up to the top level. Not really sure if I'm going to do much farming on it, but it's something that I noticed that the Corsair didn't have set up, so it's strong enough to be able to get through all the way. So I'll have that running in the background while I just have a quick discussion about what I'm planning for the YouTube channel going forward. So as you can probably tell, the audio is a little bit different. I'd say it's a little bit more improved. I've just invested in a new microphone, so I've been using a generic no-name brand microphone for the last 2.5 years. I bought it when I was getting back into doing YouTube, and then I sort of dropped out. I was using the microphone just for Discord calls and all of that, but I found that the audio setting was difficult to edit in terms of how, soft, loud, etc. the microphone was. So I've gone and invested a little bit in a new microphone, which I will be able to do a little bit more with. So it's a Blue Yeti microphone, which I picked up for a decent price. And and I'm happy with it so far. I just need to get it set up onto my the boom arm that I'm using for the old microphone, just so it's not sitting on my desk. But I'll modify it and get it up there eventually. But this is the first run through with it. I'm pretty happy with it so far. So what I really wanted to talk about was the different content that I want to start doing on this channel. So 5 or 6 years ago, I was doing a variety of different things. So my most popular video that I would say that I put out, aside from the Maple content, would be the Need for Speed Most Wanted content. So that even the first episode of that series has quite a lot of views, and the other ones it's sort of followed through. Like, there's people who followed it through all the way to the end and said that they really loved it, and then I think, people just kind of watched the first one, got their nostalgia trip, and then dropped out. My Metal Gear Solid ones weren't that popular, but I guess you've really got to be into those games to really follow it. And then I think I was considering doing a Dragon Ball Z Budokai 3 playthrough, but I think around that time I stopped doing YouTube for a little bit. It was around 2015. I've still got the copy of the game, so it could be something that I go back and revisit. But what I do have in mind is, I have mentioned it a few times on the YouTube channel previously, where I have an interest in Pokemon again. So I've been playing through Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield quite heavily, and I'm really looking forward to the Crown Tundra coming out later this year, and playing through that. So what I would like to do is put out that sort of content in terms of a playthrough with those games, but also the older ones, because I have been trying to find some copies of the original games from like Gen 3, Gen 4 as well, because it's hard to find good ones that aren't bootlegs. But yeah, so I've actually gone out and bought an old Nintendo DS so I could transfer from Gen 3 to Gen 4, and that's the way that I've been working out whether I've got bootleg copies. So I haven't been spending too much on the bootlegs, and my idea behind it was, if it is a bootleg, I can use it for display purposes, if anything else, because they do actually go to great lengths, if it is a good bootleg copy, to make it look like the original thing. It's like a reprint or a reproduction of it, so it looks almost like the genuine product, but it doesn't communicate properly with the newer gen games when you're wanting to transfer Pokemon up through the series. So while I was thinking about it, I was thinking that I could play it by myself and not record it and not put any content out and just get enjoyment out of it that way, or I could have something where I can put out content on a regular basis of that playthrough just for other content for people to watch. I do understand that this is like the majority of the content that I put out here is MapleStory content, and I continue to do that. I won't stray away from the game, and I won't stray away from what I'm working on. There might be periods where I feel like taking a little bit of a break due to burnout. I'm feeling okay with it at the moment because I'm doing a number of different things in terms of like Legion, working on the Corsair, doing stuff on the Xenon, like bossing wise, and it's keeping me interested enough and not feeling like I'm just grinding away at it. The worst thing I'd have to say that I'm working on Maple wise is the arcane symbols. I find those to be quite a drag, but I think a lot of people find the same thing. And yeah, so if I could do like a playthrough of Pokemon games that I haven't played, because I think I dropped out of playing Pokemon in probably around the time that Emerald came out. So I played it up until then on the Game Boy SP, and then I dropped out. I didn't play Diamond and Pearl until last year, and I only got a copy of Platinum last year, which I haven't played through yet, just because I need to move some stuff off it that the previous owner had on it. They've had a few shinies and they forgot to transfer them off, so I want to save them rather than delete them. I didn't play Pokemon Black or White. I came back in time to play Black 2 and then X and Y. And then, I played Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire, etc., etc. after that. So I got back into the series after that. And started playing it heavily around 2016, 2017 with Sun and Moon and the Gen 1 and Gen 2 re-releases on the Virtual Console for the 3DS. So I have played the game for probably about the same amount of time as Maple, but not that heavily invested in terms of the extent to which I've been playing this game with all the different characters. But it is something where I would like to do a playthrough of Emerald and Platinum, and I think I can do that quite easily through a emulator. You can get a game capture card on the 3DS, but you have to have it modified. So I would explore that path as well, depending on how I go, because I do like the idea of emulators. However, I like the feeling of a physical copy, so I like the idea of being able to transfer from one generation to the next quite easily and not have to worry about it being on like a save file on a computer. So just say like starting out with a certain team and then being able to run with a similar team either through egg breeding or anything like that, where it's the same sort of family running through, would be something that I'd find really cool. And to do like Gen 3, Gen 4, Gen 5, Gen 6, etc. going up. And then doing like playthroughs or any challenges even, because I've been watching quite a few Pokemon challenges recently and they actually really intrigue me in terms of giving it a go. Not in terms of like the super hard ones, because I know there's some silly things that people can do out there where it's just, just punishing trying to get through it. But there's some ones that I'd find interesting, even just like, trying to go through it with like the ones that come to mind. I've been watching a lot of Madrybread, where he does like a Pokemon challenge each week, and I find them really entertaining. So he's done ones like Cast Form and Gen 3, where he takes on the entire game with just a Cast Form, and it's fascinating to see the strategies that go into playing it. So doing things like that in the future might be of interest to me. And then, so I've gone and invested in a new microphone. I've also got a new Elgato game capture coming. I cannot for the life of me remember what I did with my old one that I think I bought back in like 2013. It would be out of date now, so it wouldn't be worthwhile using it. So it's worthwhile getting a new one. So I've got that arriving next week. And then Nintendo announced that they're releasing for the 35th anniversary of Super Mario, they're releasing 3D All-Stars. So it's Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, and Galaxy. So I've never played Sunshine, and I never played Galaxy, and I never finished Super Mario 64, even though I played it as a kid. So I did go back and try to play it on the Wii U, but I didn't find it that gripping. So if I'm playing it on the Nintendo Switch with the reason of making content, I might actually be dedicated enough to go through and finish it, and then give Sunshine and Galaxy a play as well. So I feel like I've got a lot of stuff that I can make content out of with commentary to go along with it, and then continue to do Maple stuff as well. I would probably still aim to do about 2 videos a week, so I do a Maple video, a dedicated Maple video each week, and then a playthrough. So I'm not sure if I'd want to have like 2 games going at once where I play through one and I just alternate each week when I release it. Or if I'm feeling like I've got some free time, I could do 3 episodes a week, 1 week, or every second week, or something on the weekend, something like that. Just to really start boosting that. And then I've got a few ideas in terms of what else I'd like to do with like a community-based thing, but I will start to do that over time, and I'll announce it when I've done it so that people can come and have a look. So that's really what my thoughts are at the moment. Let me know what you guys would like to see. I am looking at getting a PlayStation 5 eventually when they release. I'm not sure what games I'd play on there. I'd certainly play Grand Theft Auto 5. I've considered making videos on that, but I'm not sure what I'd really do with it. I think there are some people out there who do some really creative stuff out there with it, but I feel like I'd need to be dedicated to the game 24/7 in order to do stuff like that, whereas I'd rather be, like I was saying, a variety of different things, just entertaining people. And yeah, that's the plan. So if people are keen for it, let me know. And I've appreciated a few of the comments that people put through on my last video in terms of stuff that they'd like to see. And yeah, hopefully I can continue to pump out that content and we can continue to grow. Because yeah, I'd really love to get over that 5,000 subscriber mark. I feel like I've been sitting at 4,500 for however many years. So I like to work up to 5,000, then 10,000, and then keep on going. And yeah, this is one of the ways that I figure I can do it. So thanks for watching, guys. Keep an eye out for some more content. And yeah, have a good week. And I'll see you guys on the weekend.